Hi, it's Terry Gaines. I want to share with you today the most wonderful time product medley on page 39 of the 2019 Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog. It's a beautiful medley of product that all coordinates together. You receive a 11-piece stamp set. I just want to point out that the 3 presents are 1 stamp. You'd stamp those, and then the 3 bows that overlay on top of those are a 2nd stamp. You receive a 6-piece die set that will cut out the larger tree. We have an angel, a 2nd tree, a star, a label, and 1 die will cut out all 3 of these gifts at the same time, which is pretty slick. You receive 48 sheets of 6x6 designer series paper. That would be, and it's double-sided, that would be 8 sheets of each of the designs here. It may be hard to see on the camera, and I know it's really hard to see in the little picture in the catalog, but one side has a foil accent on each of these sheets. So again, 8 sheets of 6 designs. You receive 12 foil card fronts that are trimmed down, so you can just apply them right to your card front. You receive 7 adhesive back die sheets. So basically cardstock stickers. They're beautiful, already colored in, cut out with adhesive on them for you. 10 yards of a beautiful tinsel that automatically just curls up for you, and 58 adhesive stars. It is so hard to see the beauty when you see just this little picture and some lovely samples in the catalog. So I want to share with you what I've made with my medley of product. And what I'm gonna I think I just showed you this, so put this aside, and I showed you the tinsel and the stars. So first of all, I'm gonna show you how I maximize my specialty foil. What I did for my project was I brought in old olive cardstock, whisper white cardstock, and real red cardstock and some gold foil, along with the old olive ink pad, real red ink pad, and the new metallic gold ink pad that we're carrying. To maximize my specialty paper, I like to use the stitched rectangle dies and to cut out my foil paper. I started with a 4 by 5 1/4 piece. I used the 3rd largest rectangle die, the 5th largest, and the 7th largest, placed them on in my die cutting machine to cut out the different frames. So for the first frame, I made these 2 cards, and if you go to my blog, createwithterrygaines.com, there'll be a direct link underneath the video. I will give you the dimensions of the papers that I had on this card. So underneath this top layer of designer series paper is one of these large frames, and then for this card, I have the designer series paper under, so you can see the stitched image on the inside of that frame. For the second frame in, I created this card, stamped some of the trees, used my Stamparatus and just moved it over, hinged it over, and then also put some gold candy canes on there and the gold star and a little bit of tinsel around the frame. For this card, very similar to the last one, but I just randomly stamped the trees, stamped one image and then off, and just repeated that on the whisper white cardstock underneath, then popped up this die cut with some dimensionals. I have not stamped a sentiment on this because this could be a birthday card, and it will be a birthday card that I send out. The 3rd frame from the largest down, this is one that I put the 3 gifts on, and I did cut out the inside of this foiled paper with a stitched die, so I used the would be number 6 from the largest, so I could layer that. This one is also used with one of those size frames, and I just put a piece of cardstock underneath for some extra decorative. And this piece of paper here is one of the metallic sheets that you get. To maximize that paper, I actually cut it in half, so then I can get more use that, make it last longer, let me say that. This is one of my favorite cards. These 2 sheets of designer series paper are absolutely my favorite, and I really want to maximize this paper. So this piece of designer series paper is 2 by 4. That means I can get 6 out per per sheet. That means with my whole packet, I can get 48 of these out. This is about 1 3/4 inches, just shy of 3 inches underneath here. Same, I can get 6 per sheet. So I can get 48 of these cards with this designer series paper. So as I mentioned, some of my favorite. This one is with the candy cane paper and the candy cane die cuts. I wrapped the top candy cane with some tinsel and popped it up with dimensionals. I did bring in the classic label punch to my cards along with the Itty Bitty Christmas and New Sentiment stamp set in the holiday catalog. And also one of my favorites is this one with the trees. I stamped the trees, cut them out with the dies. This one's first generation stamping, that's second. And then the back, I actually took one of these card fronts, cut it in half again. I'd like to maximize these specialty papers. So I have a special offer for you. If you purchase the Most Wonderful Time product medley from me, I will send you a little packet of cardstock to help you get started. You do not receive your cardstock or your ink pads in the medley, but you receive everything else you need to make some beautiful cards. You'll receive 12 card sheets and 3 foil sheets from me to help you get started. If you found me via YouTube, look in the comment section for a direct link to my blog post where you'll find the supplies, measurements, and instructions. You'll find a direct link to my Stampin' Up! Store to purchase the supplies. I would love to have you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Select the red box underneath the video. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoy creating this project with me.